According to the National Weather Service, hypothermia is when heat escapes from the body faster than it's produced. This can start happening at 50 degrees Fahrenheit when it's dry and 60 degrees when wet. It only takes 30 minutes at 40 degrees with a 10-mile wind for frostbite to set in. When the core body temperature dips to 95, hypothermia begins, and you can die in as little as 30 minutes. So why is it we don't open Monsignor King until it's 32, when that is not when the weather becomes dangerous? We had a problem this week. Sunday evening, weather forecasters changed the overnight low from 40 to 29 to 32. Unfortunately, Monsignor King volunteers were not secured and the shelter stayed closed. It's supposed to get 19 this Saturday. The Emergency Shelter Task Force was formed in response to Paul asking that we have a strategy in place for all homeless before we hit dangerous temperatures this winter. That plan did not happen. So I have a plan. Monsignor King needs 2 full-time employees so we can open 7 nights a week. I wondered how this could happen, and I came up with this idea. I'm challenging each of you council people to donate your council stipend to employ these 2 people. If all of you do this, each employee could be paid close to $2,000 a month, and that's a pretty good deal. This is the second plan I've come to you with to protect our unhoused friends. Now, you can say this is a county-wide problem as an excuse for your inactivity and lack of concern, but we are talking people who live in Denton and a facility in Denton. So despite what the rest of the county does or doesn't do, it is a Denton problem. We advocates only need one more vote on council to get programs through that will start taking care of our unhoused neighbors. And to my knowledge, and actually I did survey, all the people who are running against you are in favor of a tiny house village. In May. And they are for getting people off the street as quickly as possible. Next to roads, homelessness is the most talked about problem we have. A few years back, when staff recommended council vote against renting Monsignor King, the shelter, the head of their board stood where I stood and said the following to provoke a 7-0 vote for the Monsignor King. I leave you with his words. He said, "You say you care about the homeless. Either put up or shut up."
Okay, thank you. All right, we'll move on to agenda item 4, which is consent agenda.